All right, welcome back to another episode of the Perfect 10 podcast. I am 1/4 of your host today. I am Jacob Erdy. To the port side, we have Daniel Dees as always.
That's me.
To the starboard, we have a somewhat of a dynamic duo. Going to be sharing a list. We got Carly and Brooke.
Hello. What's up?
So, I mean, a lot of y'all probably know them by several different names, but that's who we got. So,
Thank you.
That's what their mama named them.
also, y'all are going to be splitting a list, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when we get to the honorables, we'll handle that other.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Period.
All right. So, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So we are going to give y'all, what was it? Episode 77?
It was up there, down there.
So almost 200 episodes ago, we did top 10 relationship red flags. So today we're giving you part 2 because it's kind of an endless list. Speaking of red flags, which I guess it's not directly correlated, but I think we've talked about it many times on here. How your high school relationships are just don't worry about them that much, So trivia question, what percentage of high school relationships end up in marriage?
I feel like it's low.
You asked the.
No. I mean, it's low. It's probably lower than what any of y'all are thinking.
I feel like it's really low, actually.
Okay. What percentage? Give me a number.
I would say 10%.
I'm gonna go 12.
I'm gonna go lower. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, y'all are giving high school
Really?
relationships way
y'all
too
getting
much
way
credit.
too much credit. I teach for a living. I know how this shit goes now.
How many people do you? I only know
Okay, 5%.
one couple that is married now that were high school that dated in high school.
Is it a round number? Is it like a
Yeah,
number
it's
point?
just a single number. Yeah.
Single number.
Single digit.
Shit.
Can I change my-
3%.
I'm torn between 1% and 2%.
Okay.
I'm
Y'all are getting there.
I'm going 2%.
2%.
Let's go.
2% of high school sweethearts get married.
I thought
That-
it was
even
gonna
that
be
number's-
low,
even
not
that
that
number's-
low.
Too high.
Like I say, I can only think of one couple that got married from high school.
Are they still together?
Yeah.
Are they happy?
I think so.
All right. Well, good
Well,
for them. God
well-
bless them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I'm not going to get into details. But, so yeah, 2%. So, hey, look, any of our younger listeners out there, we've said it many times on here, like go experience life. Don't get too worried about high school relationships.
Yeah, that's your little world. There's a whole universe out there.
Right. So we're going to, don't forget, we got to get to our honorables before our ones.
Yeah.
So
That's something new we're trying.
y'all help us
Mhm.
remember that as well.
Okay.
Do y'all have any super or what about dishonorables?
I don't have any dishonorables.
I have one super mention.
What's that?
So I feel like I didn't address it enough in the other list. I got the territorial around their phone. If they start acting funny,
Mm,
anytime you touch their phone, something's up.
yeah. Red flag.
Super mention what they just mentioned if they own a boat and only
Nah.
invite girls 10 years younger.
Jacob Erdy.
So Ernie is a red flag.
Whoa. No, that is a common misconception. We've addressed it 1,000 times on this podcast.
I don't think we
What-
addressed it enough.
Okay, I have a statistic. What is the percentage we think of girls younger than 22 that have been on Erdy's boat?
Whoa.
90.
Whoa, no. I'd say
30.
majority of them are between 22 and 26.
There's a lot of people listening right now that know that number accurately.
I would say that too if I was you.
I would say it's a little lower. You definitely have girls younger than 22.
Not that I invite.
They
Just
just
get brought up.
appear.
It's the friends of the friends.
Yeah.
Do we need the receipts?
Huh?
We can bring up the
We
receipts.
don't need to do all that.
So does that mean me and Carly are too old to go on the boat this year?
How old are you?
I don't want to.
How old do we need to be?
That's a cherry question. How old are you? If you have to ask, that's too old for you, Jake.
I thought you were like 24 and 26.
That
Yeah.
is correct.
There you go. You're right in the range. There you go.
Barely.
Yes.
This might be my last year.
So how are we gonna? I guess we're gonna go
I
you,
got it.
them, me.
Yeah, that's how we usually do it.
Yeah.
Guest gets sandwiched right in the middle.
Gotcha.
All right. So coming in at my number 10, just point blank, they're selfish in bed.
Fair point.
I
though.
mean,
that
that-
gets old real fast.
It's at number 10 because it can be fixed.
Right.
But if they get theirs and they go, all right, bye, peace, going to sleep, that's a big red flag.
That's so weird. I feel like it's usually the opposite around.
I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying that this is just for
okay,
girls
okay.
or guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
just in
okay.
general.
Yeah, just
also,
in
like
general.
similar
I
situation.
agree.
So, like selfish in bed, like it could also be like somebody that doesn't contribute much during the situation. Like a dead fish type situation.
A starfish.
That's trash.
Yeah. Don't want that.
Yeah. So okay. I mean, I didn't see that coming, but it does make sense.
Well, the other person didn't see it either. All right, number 9. Can't be told no.
Mm.
That's a good one. I mean, too many times I've seen people out in public like, "Hey, honey, I'm getting this." No, we don't have money for that. And he just sulks in the aisles.
Okay. Yeah. Just being a big baby about something, I always have to have their way.
Yeah, that's me, by the way. Because
I
I wanted.
mean,
like,
I think that people probably figured that out,
I wanted
Yeah.
like 2 bags of chips, and like, no, chips aren't on the list. We're not getting chips.
and you don't need
I don't need them, but I
But
wanted
you
them.
want them. That's the
I
point.
wanted them really bad.
it. Okay.
So, yeah, 9 can't be told no. 8, so a term I learned recently called love bombing.
Oh, don't get me started on the
Wait.
love bomber.
That's on our list, but it's
That is
there.
on my list.
Oh, we'll get back to it.
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
I just
Also,
learned about that. So,
I don't even know what you are. What's the word?
Love bombing.
Love bombing.
We're about to educate you.
Okay.
Oh,
Carly,
talk about it.
Carly is well.
So
well
anyway, so
rounded.
if any of us say something that you have as well, just say, hey, we're gonna get back to it. So we don't just say the same things. over and
Aye, aye,
over.
Captain.
Gotcha. So y'all are up 10, 9, 8.
Oh.
Y'all can throw it out there. Whoever wants to take the reins,
Okay. 10, we have fighting. Like if you dreading going somewhere because you know you're already gonna fight with the person.
Terrible. Or like you're the couple that everyone knows, like they're always fighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah, that's a good red flag for your friends as well. Like, because they don't want you around.
No, because you're always fighting.
Right. Yeah, that couple does suck.
But if you are going to fight out in public, speak up. So I
So
can pick a side.
Yeah.
I want to know whose side I'm taking.
I want
on
the
Yeah.
this.
tea.
We're gonna make
but
some side
still.
bets over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9, we have they don't know how to communicate their emotions.
You can't talk about things. Like if I'm trying to feel something out or discuss
Okay.
something, you're just like, or like you just clearly something's bothering you and you're like, nothing.
You just sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
All right.
So either not invested enough to talk about it or just not know how.
Or just don't care.
A little bit of, I mean, if
All
there's
of 'em.
something wrong, grow up, say what's upsetting you.
Oh,
say
that's
with
real
your chest.
cute coming from y'all.
I know he's kidding. I know he's kidding.
Wow, he said that with his
Nah,
chest.
it's just because y'all are the only women in the room. I'm sorry. That was a
Yeah.
little. Yeah.
Next.
Red flag.
What's wrong? Nothing. Nothing.
Exactly.
And then moments.
No,
later,
I
I just think it's funny that
I'm very clear with communication. So
Questionable. Anyway. Okay. 8, we have love bombing. So
Okay.
back
that
to
was a
that.
buzzer.
that
Yeah.
was a buzzer. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it.
If it's on the same number.
Oh, buzz,
Yeah.
buzz.
So yeah, that was a buzzer. Yeah, love bombing. I'll find out what that was.
All right. So what does that
There-
mean?
You
Let
just-
Carly tell you. She's
Okay.
well
So
rounded.
love bombing is like they meet you one time and they're obsessed with you.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like everything about you, but they don't really know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
love you from a distance.
They
at
love
first.
you so much.
That's like every time I see a 10 in the bar and I tell the homies like, I love her. I don't know.
no.
No, that's just
Again,
you.
you
guys.
are-
That's
red
just you
flag.
again. No.
like you don't really like someone that much until you actually know them.
Yeah, like you just met them. They're blowing up your phone. They're FaceTiming you. You don't even know them.
Okay.
Chill.
I feel like that's worse. Like the younger kids these days are even worse and
That's
worse
how I
about all
learned
that.
it. We had to take a class on that. Yeah, about how kids communicate with one another. That was
Ah.
one of them
Hmm.
love bombing. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's pretty
It's
creepy.
prevalent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's more of a younger generation type thing for the most part that I've witnessed at least.
I forgot you're 40.
You'd think that, but
Whoa.
men in their 20s be doing it.
Got to move in silence.
Graduated from that.
Children.
So that was y'all's 10 on 8.
Yes.
Okay. And look, feel free to just cut loose on any of these that you really want to dive into.
Oh, I will let you know for sure how I feel about the situation.
All right. So my number 10 spot, it was actually similar to what I think it might have been your 10. I put if they start talking about money all the time,
Mm.
That
either,
was last episode.
either complaining about not having enough or how it's being spent. So like
Well, I got something pretty simple.
I hate talking about money at all. Like, sure, some people that you're around, they bring it up like if they buy a round of drinks, it's like, oh, I just spent this many dollars on this drink on these drinks. It's like, well, don't come out if you're gonna complain,
Oh, just complains about money.
or so if your significant other is like always complaining about money, it's like it's just gonna be a long life if that's always because I mean money is always being spent one way or another. So if you always have to hear about it anytime you want to go to dinner or plan a trip or any little thing, if they're bringing up money being spent, it's like, all right,
But I don't like people who flaunt money either. That disgusts
right?
me.
No, that's what I'm
That's what
saying.
that- yeah, that's-
don't,
Yeah.
don't talk about it at all.
No,
Whether you
no,
have a
I
lot or
bought all
not.
this. I have this money. I do this.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't
those are usually
that's-
broke boys that do
Yeah,
it.
either side of that,
Like a lot of
Yeah.
credit card debt.
either side of that is no good.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
So that's my 10 spot. My number 9 spot. This was very niche. But if they whoever, I mean, it could be guy or girl, mostly, skewed toward the females, but if they get professional photos taken,
What?
That seems very
wait,
directed at
Yeah,
somebody.
just of themselves.
no, I'm just,
Like,
But-
if a girl professionally gets someone to take a picture of just of themselves because
yeah.
that's a red flag. I mean,
But
I would never do
I
that.
would say that is a red
There's
flag.
some craving of attention in there somewhere.
That's
but you
very,
would like that. Like you would be
Nah.
the one going on social media and you'd be like,
You-
"Oh, that's a good looking
double
picture."
tap.
No,
You wouldn't double tap the picture.
no, it's a red flag. One, I actually specifically put whether it's for their Instagram or for them personally. If it's for them personally, then it's even more of a red flag because then there's like something
they
missing.
need that validation.
Right. There's
Well, what do you mean? Like, just like, how girls take single pictures and post for their birthday, like that, or like you?
So-
Us referring to our 2 last Instagram pictures.
or you mean like I hired a photographer, had this whole photo shoot by myself?
a little bit of all of it.
The way I was picturing, like they had a photographer,
Yeah,
just
me
to get
too.
single photos.
Yeah,
taken.
so, all right.
that's creepy.
So
No, I agree.
no, like if I guess we'll get very direct. So,
Get direct, please.
so like you see it all the time. Again, birthday photos, but it's like just them by themselves, and they're all like in some like extravagant outfit, like with cake and like champagne glasses and stuff.
having a birthday is a red flag for Jake.
No, just if you
Okay.
Just
if-
birthdays
if
past
you're-
22.
If you're really going over the top for the attention, then it's a red flag.
I could see where that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see where it comes from.
I just think somebody triggered you, but yeah, I
No,
agree.
I mean, actually, this pic didn't. Well, we're not going to get where it came from. It wasn't anything to do with me. It's
Mhm.
so that's my 9 spot. My number 8 spot. This is a reference to last episode. I got if they're spending too much time on Words with Friends or any peripheral app that has a chat in it,
feature.
and
Okay.
any chat feature that's not what the app is for.
Jake over here snitching.
Look, again, it wasn't doing anything to me, but I know like several dudes that figured out their women were cheating on them.
With Words with Friends.
Yes.
What?
That must be the older generation because I
Shit. More
New
like
fear
words with
unlocked.
friends with
Yeah.
benefits.
Again, it's because it's not something you like. Even if you were going through somebody's phone, you would look at their text, you look at their Instagram DMs. You wouldn't go to their Words with Friends chat.
I didn't even know people still played Words with Friends.
Well, I mean, this is kind of an old school reference,
Yeah.
Okay.
but it does still exist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
So-
it does.
But I'm just saying, any app that has a chat feature, if they're on it a lot, that doesn't seem like they should be, then something's probably up.
I could see. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just giving everybody a, hey, check it. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Check all the apps when you go through their phone.
Well, I mean, don't go through their phone. That's a red
Yeah,
flag.
I was
If,
like,
Yeah.
do we think that's a red flag?
if you have to do that in the
phone?
first place,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, for sure. But
Like on that's a red
I'm just
flag on
saying-
the person going through it, or that's a
Yeah,
red flag on
both.
the other person.
Both.
What if you're just curious? I'm asking for a
Red
friend.
flag.
I'm asking for a friend, of course.
yeah, no, if somebody demands to go through your phone, then
No.
we're gonna
no,
get
no.
back to
Okay.
that
Okay.
actually in the list.
I'll save
All
that.
That's my 10-9-8.
All right, number 7 blames everyone but themselves.
Oh, that's the
Mm.
worst.
Like people at work just piss them off. Like they have the perfect, like they're okay at work, but everybody else at their work
It's
just
always
sucks.
they're never the problem.
Yeah,
they're never the problem.
that's just
they're never
aggravating.
the,
That's annoying.
they're never the problem with in their group of friends.
And it just so happens that they always have problems, but they are never responsible for
Yeah,
the
it's that
problem.
lack
Yeah.
of self-awareness.
Yeah.
Big red flag for me.
Mhm.
And number 6, another blame game. Blames childhood trauma on the way they treat you.
Mm.
I will blame therapist culture on that though. You ever notice like anybody that goes to therapy, the therapist only tries to make it not their fault. It's either their parents' fault or something that happened to them when they were growing up. I've come to this conclusion, which I mean, I don't go to therapy, but
I think you should.
Agreed.
There's a lot of doors that need to be unlocked here.
no, I just take responsibility for every action.
Oh, do you?
Do
That's
now.
news.
But no, anybody you ever talk to, like, or anything you hear about therapy, all they do is try to figure out who to blame it on. And it's not the person that's going to it. So I think that's going to eventually like rear its head in the future of like, there's going to be more issues with more things because of the actual therapy versus not going.
I mean, there's worse things you could blame your shitty behavior on, like the constellation of the stars.
There you go.
Yep.
Exactly.
Mercury's in retrograde.
Nice.
Anyway.
Whatever that means. So, yeah, that was my number 6.
All right, y'all 7-6.
Okay, your friends or family don't like them. I feel like that's a big red flag. Like,
Yeah. That's a huge one.
like I could never. Well, I say that.
I feel
but-
like if Brooke doesn't like them, like she's onto something.
Right.
You know,
I can't like
and I always am.
parents love me, so I don't.
we're not even talking about you.
Yeah.
We're but friends and family.
Great.
Damn.
Not everyone loves you.
You
Red
can
flag.
did.
Whenever he thinks everything
that's
about
all, that's
himself.
all that matters.
Parents is a big thing. But I feel like your friends, especially too, like if they don't like someone, then you also dread going around them, and it kind of hurts your friend group as well.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's definitely different from the dude side as well.
But it's why they don't like him though.
Right.
If it's something like petty,
It's definitely gotta be the
who gives
reason.
a shit.
If the homie's like, dude, we know this chick is hooked up with like half of the town. Why are you talking to her? You know.
Because I want to be part of that half.
Fair.
Who's scared of men?
Because most of the time the homies are just like, oh, dude, hey, good job, dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like boys are different about it because I feel like most of the time when, like, let's say Carly's boyfriend or just anyone in general, the boy usually doesn't know that how the friends fully feel about him.
Right.
Like, so y'all probably don't even know if your friends truly love y'all. You probably don't.
Yeah, I don't like most of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
Jesus.
Next. Our number 6 is Snapchat as their like form of communication.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
can
goes
go
along with
red.
Florida.
So
Flag.
many things off of Snapchat. It's their-
So many.
They only talk to you on Snapchat, or they just ask for your Snapchat when you first meet
Oh,
them.
if you DM someone and ask for their Snapchat, you seriously need to be single for a couple more years.
And trademark. If you have $1 million Snapchat score, I am so passionate about
Oh,
that.
that's funny. Bailey mentioned that in the last time we had.
What's
I
that?
don't even remember what list it was.
Oh, a Snapchat score?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
same thing. Say your snap scores
Hey,
over 1 million.
If you have $1 million Snapchat score,
Run.
red flag.
Run.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Because that means again you are using Snapchat as your main form. of
Also, have you ever
communication.
broken down the stats on what that would mean? How often you have to snap?
I don't want to know. That's
You have to snap like
scary.
1,000 that a week.
Yeah.
That actually like terrifies me.
Yeah, let's see. Let's do the math. Let's say you've had Snap for 5 years, right?
Okay.
All right, so
I don't have time to sit there and take a picture of
1825.
myself that frequently.
Because that means pictures. Your chats
You
don't
would have
go
to you would have to
towards
yeah,
you would have to
score.
snap 550 times a day for 5 years.
I
So that's
honestly believe it.
550
That's insane.
pictures.
Wait, hold on.
That's just pictures because chats don't count as towards your score.
Yeah, you'd have to snap over 500 times a day to get to 1 million in 5 years. That's
Yeah.
insane.
But if you're looking good, you're looking good, you know?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
That is nuts.
Who are you sending 550 pictures to?
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Oh wait, do messages count toward your
No,
score?
No.
chats don't go towards
Yeah,
your
it's just
score.
pictures.
So that's just pictures.
That is wild.
That's in. Are you sending that all to one
So
person?
even if you've had
that's your
Snap for
whole
10
contact
years, you have to
list.
do it for 275 times a day. That is
Like, let's put this into
This is
perspective.
absurd.
That's a score.
Brooke's Snapchat score
That makes you got good angle, you know?
is
okay. Let's go ahead.
Brooke's
How-
is
Mine's low.
I bet it's like 167,000. Can't find her. Should be
Brooke's
the top
is 269,435.
69.
Okay, grow up. Mine is less than Brooke's. It's 234,000.
I'm
Okay.
older than you.
Nice.
There you go.
She gets more boys.
No, I'm just older.
So, but yeah, the Snapchat thing is wild.
It's disgusting.
Uh,
You can never trust Snapchat.
Primary, like it's funny. Like there'll be certain girls that I communicate with that will randomly just snap message me instead of text message.
No, if you
It
call
happens
me
all
from
the time.
Snapchat, I am not effing answering.
Yeah, if you
Right,
call
that's-
somebody from like a social media app, I
That's
hate
so
you.
weird.
Right.
Like-
so weird.
Like Instagram, like
Yeah.
people in their group text.
No,
No,
the-
try to call each other
No,
on
no, no.
Instagram.
The
group
worst
text.
though is being made look like a creep because the damn video call is right next to the back button to get out of the chat. You ever accidentally hit
No,
the
if
video
you call
call?
people on
No.
Snapchat, it's fine, Ernie. It's just a red flag and it's disgusting.
No. There's been so many times I just felt like I was like, hey, I didn't mean to hit that button. You know, like my bad. Because it's like I have fat fingers and it's right next to the back button.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, yeah, but I don't have that problem because I don't use Snapchat as my main form of
I hear you.
communication.
All right, so that was y'all's 7-6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
You're 7'6".
my 7. This one's kind of off the rails here, but I got if they start smoking cigs.
They start
What?
smoking.
If they start smoking cigarettes, you got a real problem.
That's disgusting.
Like you're the reason they started smoking.
That, or if they're just stressed thinking about whatever your situation is, and they got to start smoking cigs, that's something. Hey,
No, that's a red flag for you.
I-
If you make somebody start smoking, you're
Yeah.
the red
I
flag.
guess I've never dated anybody that smoked cigs, but I just imagine if I showed up one day and they're just outside ripping a heater, it's like, all right, something's up.
That's just a
Either
no
there's
for
some
me.
terrible news that's about to drop. That's my 7. 6 spot. This is kind of a just a heads up when you're kind of in the beginning stages of something. If you find this out, it's a red flag. If the person that you're pursuing has already hooked up with one of your close friends.
Does that mean they got good judgment? Or
No. I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to date this person, just chalk it up at that point. Because
Yeah.
well,
Oh,
how
you're
long?
saying like
how
you're
long-
unaware of it.
like if you didn't know,
uh,
and then you
That,
find
yeah.
and you find out during the talking or whatever process that like, oh, well, normally like guys, the homie would let you know quick, like, dude.
dude, I got that.
Or what
Uh,
about if they lied to you about
So
hooking
that's-
up with your friend? 'Cause
That's on
that
them
has
a little
happened.
bit for
Yeah.
sure. Because I mean, how are you supposed to know otherwise, right? But also your friend should be like, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to mess your
That's a
game
red-
up here,
that's
but
a
I'm
red-
just giving you a heads up.
That's
Like,
a red flag on the friend if he doesn't tell you.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just a red flag in general. I'm just saying, if you're working your way into a relationship and you find out, like, there's some.
But it also depends on how long ago it was. Like if they're like 18,
Right.
you're like 29. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Mhm.
But if it's within like a 3-year period,
Oh yeah,
it's a little
Yeah.
recent,
I think 3 years is good.
I feel like
Outs-
everyone knows everything now.
I think outside of 3 years, it can be whatever,
Yeah,
And it depends on how close the friend is more than anything.
Mhm.
That's why I
Yeah.
put if it's a friend that you hang out with all the time.
Okay.
all right, one of the close homies.
Word.
Uh,
Next.
5,
All right. That was your.
That was my 7-6.
All right, my number 5. They throw tantrums when they fight. Like they just flat out act like a child.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Mm.
Like cry, flail their arms. Nope.
Let's have an adult
Gosh.
conversation,
Yeah, have an
Who
adult
are you
conversation.
fighting with?
Yeah.
That's throwing their arms away.
Oh, I'm just saying in general. Like,
Well.
I'll give me and my wife credit. We talk it out. We don't fight.
In your,
We just talk it out.
early 20s, I mean, like I've had a girl swing on me that was just
That
mad
doesn't
about
surprise me.
some nonsense. It wasn't my fault. It was.
Take accountability for your
I feel
actions,
like it
Jay.
also
It really wasn't.
Wait,
We're
I
going
feel like
back
it
to
depends
blame
on
every-
what you're fighting on too.
Okay.
Like when I was in college, someone like I don't even want to get the story, but I feel like it depends. Like if you just caught someone cheating on you, I'm not just gonna be standing there and be
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's
you're
different,
a
that's
cheater.
different.
Like da 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 da. I'm not gonna be chill. I'm probably gonna be wailing my arms, crying, man. You mother effer.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
different. That's different.
Fair.
Okay.
It's one thing to be
It depends on the
passionate.
severity.
Okay. Yeah. So it just
like if you're-
depends on the argument.
Yeah, like if you're arguing about, oh, you were rude to me at the restaurant. I mean,
Yeah.
come the fuck on.
Yeah. Grow
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, grow up.
Okay.
All right. So that was my number 5. My number 4. You are their only source of happiness.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like you.
It's cool for a little while.
I mean, yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
you know.
In the beginning.
But then it's just
Then it gets
draining.
old.
It's draining on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and what you mean? It seems like you see it a lot. Like every, I don't know. I guess it's, I hate saying generalizing women here as we do from time to time. It seems like it happens.
You do.
It seems like it happens with chicks a lot, though. That like when you're in a long term relationship, they seem to just isolate themselves, and then they don't have any friends to talk to. Then you're the only person they have to talk to.
Yeah. And you'll never be happy like that.
Right.
No, you won't.
No, I always any girl I'm talking to, I encourage them like, hey, go have girls' night. Go do have a
Wow, you're so good. You're just so good in relationships.
good. I'm just saying.
He's a catch.
Can you write a handbook for these men out here?
I think
I'm just saying it gets to a point. It's like, hey, look, go make some friends because I'm not trying to be the only one that hears all your nonsense all the time.
Yeah, no, that
No,
is
I agree,
gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my 5-4.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, our 5. Someone who's like lazy or not ambitious. Like if I'm over here working every single day doing this for like a future and you do not care
Right.
about that kind of things or you're not trying to grow or move forward, that's again disgusting.
I feel like that, like, goes into bigger things though. Like if you're just too lazy to take the trash out, I feel like that'll be like one day you could be lazy to like wake up early and take the kids to school. Like
Yeah.
that just kind of like
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to out anybody here. Our old living arrangement, one of the homies' girls lived with us, and she didn't work. She just sat around the house all day. And there was nothing more annoying than when I would get home from work, try to like wash some clothes real quick, and she would still have clothes in the washing machine.
Just
been
sitting
sitting there
there. Oh.
all day long. It is just the absolute worst.
I don't think it's annoying. Like if I'm working all day and then you're gonna ask me what's for dinner, what have you been doing all day? You've been
Right.
sitting on your ass. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to grow and you're okay with being like a mediocre person.
Yeah, laziness in general is a red flag, I think.
okay. 4 is pretty loaded. If they're a narcissist.
Woo! Mic drop on that one.
Go ahead and dive into
To
it.
the they're just like I could go on for a narcissist forever.
Yeah.
Just like someone who just doesn't like.
I got somebody in my head right now.
Oh,
Like,
I
it's
have
hard-
someone
I
in
feel like
my
it's almost
head.
hard. Me too, but they're hard to talk about without like.
I don't want to blast them.
like.
Without getting specific. I
Yeah.
hear
I
you.
dated a narcissist and he literally cheated on me, but it was my fault.
Yes.
It was my fault.
Oh, your
Yeah.
fault. That,
He literally convinced me that it was my fault that he cheated on me.
yeah, blames everybody but himself.
Yeah, that's a narcissist. Or you
Yeah.
cannot own up to your actions. Like I guess the same
It's
thing.
that
Like,
accountability.
yeah.
Or
But
like
just-
I had an ex who like wasn't doing the best in life and he would blame it on me. Like just
Why are you holding him back?
I know.
How
And I
dare
was like,
you?
oh my gosh, I'm holding him back. I'm the worst. Because he genuinely made me feel like it was me.
Y'all just need to quit listening to what dudes are telling you.
Okay, we were also like 18.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that was
Like if someone
Alright.
did that now, I would be like, okay, goodbye.
yeah, I would never. Yeah, that was like in college, I was like freshman, but still,
Word.
there's still narcissists out there.
Yeah. And really nobody likes them that much in general.
Except
No,
themselves.
You kind of
yeah,
you kind of get you can kind of pick that vibe up pretty quick.
yeah.
Uh
Nowadays, I guess
yeah, older and wiser.
exactly. I am wiser because of it.
That was your 4?
Yes.
All right. So my 5 spot, my 5 and 4 are 2 different sides of the same coin here. My 5 spot, I got if they start posting too much about their significant other on social media.
Like
What do you mean?
Like out of the blue, if they're always posting,
how great it is.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
usually-
a huge red
it's usually
flag.
like an act of desperation trying to like
That's overcompensation.
right, make the other person think that like
They're doing okay.
it's a reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like not even so much trying to like show the world that our relationship is great, but like try to like make it up to your girlfriend if you just start posting them all the time. It's like they're already too far gone. You're trying to bring them back. It looks bad, like, you know, or vice versa, or just if you're trying to put on a front, basically.
Mhm.
What's
No,
worse
I
than
agree.
that? They post about the relationship sharing a Facebook profile.
Well, you share a Facebook
Ew.
profile. That's a red. We've talked. I think that
Yeah,
was in the
we-
last.
oh
that
my
might have
God,
been.
we-
no,
I feel like you're 55 if you're doing that.
it's
Yeah, that's never acceptable.
But yeah, so my 5 spot, if they start posting their significant other too much, my 4 spot, opposite. If they start being super active on social media, posting like selfies and like their personal Instagram or
Posting,
Facebook or
like,
what or Snapchat or
Thirst
whatever.
traps.
If they just start like if you start seeing a bunch of stories on their Snapchat and they ain't been on Snapchat in a year, like
Ooh.
something's up.
and
You know?
they won't post their significant other. That's
Right.
why Alex Earl dumped her boyfriend. Loser.
What?
You,
Wait.
you don't know who Alex Earl is?
Educate
You-
yourself.
You need to open
Who
a
is
book.
Alex?
She is like blown up over every single social media platform.
Is it
if
from
I showed you
a Colleen Hoover novel or something?
no, she's a real person. She goes to Miami. If I showed you a picture of her, you would drive your little boat all the way to Miami to meet her. I promise you. She dumped her MLB boyfriend because he posted selfies over posting her.
Well, that's
Well,
a
she
little bit of
seems
a
like
red
a
flag as
problem.
well.
No.
She's a red flag sounds like.
Okay, yeah, she's a red flag, all right. Uh-huh.
She
No.
looks smart.
Yeah, well, she probably has a lot of red flags just from that picture right there. craving attention. Look at that. So that's my 4 spot though. If they start being really active on social media out of the blue, that's something's probably up.
Okay, yes, but on the opposite spectrum, again, in my like a relationship way back when, I would like post something and he was always like, "Oh, who are you posting that for?" Like I don't always have like an ulterior motive. Like I'm just
Fair, but I'm saying you've been fairly consistently active.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, if you notice somebody, I see it all the time, and it's usually dudes. Like, whenever I could tell that they're having a rough situation with their wife or like whatever,
Mhm.
if they, if you get a random friend request from like one of the homies that has been married for 6 years, like, why are you all of a sudden making an Instagram? You know what I'm saying? So, if somebody's just active out of the blue, yeah.
Fair enough.
All right. My number 3, they're hiding their spending habits.
Oh, okay, yeah,
They're keeping you in the dark of where the money's going.
yeah.
I mean, this time of day, it's okay because you gotta keep the Valentine's Day gift secret. But outside of that, if it's not Valentine or birthday or anniversary, and you're hiding like shit on like a random Friday, that's a red flag.
Yeah, I do get that.
I don't know if it was from a podcast I was listening to recently or a conversation I was having with the homies. It just like somehow I came aware of like the homies and their wives. Just somebody was talking about like, well, no, we don't have a joint bank account. Why would we do that? It's like, what?
Oh, that's
So I mean,
I feel like that's not as common anymore, and that blows my mind.
it blows my mind as well.
Like, why are you
Oh, no,
marrying
you-
someone who
you
you
gotta
don't
have a
even
joint.
trust?
Yeah, if you don't trust them,
Mm.
it's
to
easier.
spend your money. I don't
It's
know.
just
It's crazy
easier.
to me.
right? Yeah, let's put it all in one pot. We can
And
we can budget out of there. We can all that. If you want to have a little small savings account on this, I guess if you want to have your own account on the side as well, maybe.
Like for whatever the hell you want, sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Spend that savings however you want.
Like if I do some side work, whatever that money I make, I want to just spend it on whatever I
Yeah,
want.
just like fun money, free money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the hiding money spending.
Or if they open up a new credit card and keep it from you,
yeah.
Oh, that's a
Ooh,
red flag.
that's a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, that was my number 3.
Number 3, controlling behavior. So they always got to know where you're going, what you're doing, all up in the know.
I have almost the exact same thing, but not the exact same. So you're talking about like they have to approve your movements, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about like you're saying like, hey, I'm going to dinner. Well, who are you going with? Where are you going? Why are you doing that? Like,
Mhm.
So that kind of, I'll go ahead and throw my 3 at segues in there. I just have lack of trust. Like you
Yeah.
can't even go have a beer with the boys or go play a round of golf without, whenever you get home, they have 100 questions about where you've been. Like,
Mhm.
oh,
What'd you golf with?
what took so long?
Right.
What
You know,
the cart
like-
girl look like?
and they start accusing you of stuff. Like, oh,
yeah.
it. If they're like that involved in or that uptight about everything, it's going to be a long life if you don't get out of there.
Yeah. 'Cause I feel like if you're that controlling, then you don't have trust. And if you don't have trust, it ain't going to work.
Right. And that's like, so do y'all share your location with who, or do y'all ask whoever you're talking to share their location with you?
Talking to?
I
Yeah.
don't-
No.
I don't
If
know
you're
if I've
like-
ever asked, but I mean, like, yeah, my past 2 relationships we shared, but it wasn't like, hey, share me your location. I think something just happened and we shared it. and, like, we kept
sure.
sharing
Happened
it.
organically.
No, I don't
think it's weird.
It wasn't like gunpoint, give me your location right now. Like,
But if they said no,
then no. But then I don't
see,
Like,
see,
I would think it's sketchy.
I think it's sketchy if I'm like, hey, you want to share locations? Like if I'm going on a trip or whatever, and you just say no, like why? Why are you saying no?
I'm not. I'm just saying.
I mean, I was gonna say no, but why'd you say no?
Also, it goes back to though, if you trust them, then
I know it's weird. Like, I didn't in my last relationship, but in my previous 2, it was just like we just did. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
a question if and or but. Like, we just kind of did.
right.
But
so,
it wasn't
yeah.
weird.
So think back like 5-10 years ago when that didn't exist and relationships happened nonetheless.
Yeah, but things are so different. Like I
No, they're not.
have like 20
not
people
location
on.
wise.
Yeah, I know, but like I track
are still
all of
going
my
places and
friends,
doing things.
and I just like to be in the know. Like if I want to call Carly, I'm gonna track her first, and if I
Exactly.
see she's at work, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna call her because I know she's at work.
This is
You're
definitely
gonna
more.
track her first.
This is definitely more of a girl
Yeah,
thing
because I'm
than a
not
guy
gonna
thing.
waste a phone call if I know she's at the hospital. Clearly, she's not gonna answer the phone, so I
Like-
might as well track her first.
Me and the homies never know where each other are.
Oh my gosh, I love knowing where the girls
Yeah.
are.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh my gosh, Brooke's getting her nails done.
I gotta check. I check every night, make sure everybody's tucked in
Uh-huh.
bed.
Yeah. See, that's
in their own bed.
Well,
If you turn your location off, red flag.
see,
Yes.
no, that's
You're being
that's the
sketchy.
opposite. If you are
No.
following somebody's location nonstop, that's sketchy.
If Carly turns off her location, 10 out of 10, she's doing something sketchy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, don't share in the first place.
And Brooke's gonna know if my location's off.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're looking every night.
I'm gonna wake up with like 5 messages from all my friends. Where you at? What you doing?
Yeah.
So
You're
anyway,
not at blah blah blah
so,
house, are
so
you?
back to lack of trust.
I'm team location, to be honest with
Thank
you.
you.
What?
Well, my wife has a side hustle. She works weddings in New Orleans. If she gets kidnapped, I want to know where the kidnapper
Exactly.
She could have been
Period.
kidnapped in peace 10 years ago. Okay.
You go missing, nobody's gonna know where you're at, Ernie, because you don't
Hey,
want to share your
And
location.
that's fine because I'm probably dust in the wind. I don't want you to know where I'm at anyway. Hey, if you kidnap me, hey, thank you or good luck. One or the other.
Okay. Our number
is. You got those
2.
blue eyes. You're a hot commodity.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut my eyes out. So that was my 3 spot lack of trust.
All right. Number 2, they keep you from your friends and family.
Okay.
It's that possession.
Yeah.
Like,
So kind of like controlling, but
but
that's
they come up with
controlling.
excuses why, hey, I don't want to go see your family because of this, but low key they're trying to say, I hate your family. I don't want you seeing them
Mm.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's very exhausting very fast.
yes.
Just isolate.
They'll
you
make
from
up an
your world.
excuse that like, oh, I don't feel good. And it's like, well, it's Christmas. So
Well, I got the shits. We can't go.
so then you got to go to family Christmas all by yourself. And they're like, oh, where is so-and-so? It's like, she was sick, and she's lying. So then you're lying to your family, it becomes a whole thing.
Yeah. Yes. Hate to see it.
Okay. Our number 2 is anger management. Like they don't know
Mm.
how to control their anger. And I feel like 10 out of 10 times,
Punching
this is
walls.
men. Like they punch a wall, they
Hey!
throw a drink,
Whoa,
they,
recent-
they slam a
Recent-
mirror.
Very recent local history would suggest other than it's not just men.
Okay, 8 out of 10. Pardon me.
Every drink I've ever
I don't
seen
know.
thrown, it's the
Yeah, I
woman
ain't gonna,
throwing
I
it.
ain't gonna
Yeah,
say the throwing
okay.
the drink thing.
I witnessed you do
Brooke,
that.
well,
Hey,
yeah, Brooke,
Y'all chill out.
if Brooke's out, like a drink is getting thrown.
No, I have
Okay.
grown. I have grown. Thank
Okay.
you.
yeah, I
Aw.
haven't seen it in like 6 months.
And I don't do that unless someone does like
Hey,
they
that's
entice
that's
me.
2022 shit.
But
This
yeah.
is 23.
I love it.
Anyway,
I think it's hilarious.
Back to the
when
anger
she does it.
Back to the anger management.
Yeah, okay.
We're not talking about me here.
Yeah.
I'm not a red flag.
There's a drink right
But-
there.
I know. Watch yourself, Ernie. I'm talking about when boys would be punching the walls and breaking mirrors and
Yeah,
grabbing you. Or,
Just a recent
Mhm.
episode. Oh no, that was one of yours.
Yeah, just punching holes in one.
If you go to their place and there's more than 2 holes in the wall, then
Yeah, I mean, come
or
on.
even just anger management, like you're
Red flag.
out and they want to fight a boy
Ew, a
from
fight
wanting to
if
come
they
talk
fight
to you.
at the bar.
honestly,
Yeah.
that's a friend relationship red flag. If your homie is always trying to fight people, geez,
my
it's
God.
exhausting.
It is.
Exhausting.
I'm just
What
trying
is it about boys and fighting?
trying
at
to
the bar?
relax and have a good time.
You think
Can y'all
you think
explain?
Ernie fights?
I just don't know if he ever.
I ain't got time for all that.
Oh, it's too good.
Yeah,
Again,
That's
write a
why you can
handbook.
bring him home to mom.
He would lose his hat. He could not fight.
I actually haven't been in a bar fight.
I just said that.
I had a
Brooke,
cage
have
fight.
you been in a bar fight?
I had a cage fight though. Does that count?
It counts.
No. Bar fights are for losers. Who does that?
Yeah. Grow
Uh,
up.
you just look like a fool if you're fighting in the bar.
Period.
I agree.
That was y'all's 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So my 2 spot, this was mentioned in passing in our last one. I feel like we didn't address it nearly enough. If they start getting texts from a friend that you're pretty sure they're not texting.
Mm.
Or
Like
they
Pizza Hut.
like they
Yeah.
they changed the
Exactly.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh.
Mhm.
like if you know from a guy's perspective, if you know that your girl hasn't hung out with her, 2 main friends that in a long time, and all of a sudden she just starts texting them, one of them every day.
Mm.
Then
Have y'all ever
No.
done that? Have you ever changed someone's name in your phone?
I have a
No.
lot of girls' names as different random stuff.
That's weird.
I
Like
want
big-
to
Have
say
you?
one
Like
is just
forehead.
tombstones. It's like a cool idea if
Oh,
you quit
okay.
talking to them.
That's
So
not,
you don't know who's who. It's just a bunch
that's
of
not the
tombstones.
purpose of the tombstone.
The graveyard.
It's the graveyard. I'll put you in it.
Other great. Yeah. all right.
But no, that is I have caught a boyfriend. There was a name, and I was like, when has he talked to this guy in forever? And when I clicked on it, the bit emoji was a girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was not a boy.
Maybe he was transitioning.
Yeah.
You don't
So,
know.
so if you notice a lot of activity on their phone from a friend they aren't really talking to, then odds are that's a name saved from somebody else.
No,
Right.
yeah, I agree.
So
That's huge.
obvious red flag. I caught
Yeah.
that one a little late a couple times.
Ooh.
It's not hurt.
I've done seen that one too many times. Is that hurt?
When she's texting Toyota Financial, good night.
Oh, we're getting a truck tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Getting good morning text from Allstate.
That was my 2 spot.
All right, honorable mentions.
Okay, yeah.
Brings up their ex often.
Mm.
Makes you turn on read receipts.
Oh,
Wow.
or share
Hate
your
that.
location. Yeah, okay, I got you.
There's a difference.
Yeah, that's a different.
Sweeps everything under the rug. Doesn't want to talk emotions and shit like that. Complains all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can joke about others, but can't take it in.
Yeah, that's annoying.
All right. So y'all's
Okay.
honorables.
Okay. I'll go
Oh
first.
yeah, y'all are doing X, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get into the X.
So I'll go first. Okay. If they bend over in their jeans and their their butt crack shows.
Oh, plumber's
That's-
crack.
That's disgusting. Nobody wants to see your
I
ass
have
crack.
seen that in
All right.
firsthand. I had to exit the building I was in immediately.
Jeez. Well, I mean,
That's kind of overreaction.
yeah.
No. It's icky.
So-
Don't just
So when y'all talking
Raggedy.
about X, you're talking about like you see it once and you can't get
Flip
past
side, when guys see
Yeah.
girl bend over in the jeans and see the butt crack, we don't judge.
Well,
Yeah.
boys' butt cracks look a lot different than girl butt cracks.
That's fair.
yeah.
it.
I ain't got
Somehow they
curly
do.
hair. Yeah. No. I'm sorry. When he wears flip flops, just crusty, dusty toes, I can't do it.
It's just something about y'all's toes. I get wearing a flip
That's fair.
flop. I get
I
it.
got bad toes, so
But like,
I don't know the
what
last
is it
time I
with
wore a
y'all's
flip-flop.
toes?
I guess.
you do the boat shoes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I guess the last time I wore flip flops, if anytime I go to the beach, I just grab some cheap flip flops because when you
I
walk,
feel like that's the only
you
acceptable
walk down to the
time a
beach.
man should have flip flops on if he's walking from the condo to the beach.
Yes.
Is the only time.
That's
Okay.
the
You
only time I
shouldn't-
ever wear flip
You should not be wearing no shorts, no cargo pants, and flip flops to go eat
Mm-mm.
lunch or anything like that. Absolutely,
I
not.
agree. That is fair.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. If they play video games, grow up. I get it. It's a little hobby for y'all. Here and there, that's
Yeah.
acceptable. But like if they're like, oh my god, I can't wait to go home and just crack open my video game. That
Yeah, we
just,
we
Yeah,
can't
like
go to
the
dinner
dudes-
tonight. I'm on
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
I got a friend who spent $2,000 making a gaming PC. I think that's just the childish shit. $2,000 on a gaming PC.
I haven't played video games since high school. Who has time? I don't know how people have time for
I
it.
play with my son.
Well, you have a child.
I know it gives me another reason just to
I
play
have,
video
I
games.
have I have no time to play video games.
The constant pet names, like here and there. I mean, like a babe every now and then. I guess that's fine, but like Brookie Poo Poo is not.
That's your name in my phone.
That's so gross. That honestly scares me. That a boy's. I'm not even gonna say man. That a boy told me that.
That's where I got it from. It's hilarious.
That frightens me.
Yeah, I mean,
That's serial killer
on
shit.
his part,
Like,
it
what
was a
you
little
doing,
absurd.
mama? Like, there's no reason
Yeah.
you need to say a name in every single text or every time you talk to someone.
That's
you don't
fair.
need what you doing, mama. Hey, baby girl. What you doing, honey boo boo, sugar plum princess? Like, no.
You like being called princess? I mean, that's the
I mean,
term
like I
of
said,
endearment.
Every now and then, like if you're just being, but like, there's no reason you need one at the end of every text message.
Right. Agreed.
Like, and who wants to be called? You want to be called Jakey Poo Poo? No, didn't think so.
It's fair.
okay.
That's funny though, because my uncle did call me Jakey Poo growing up. I don't
That's
know.
different.
When
I
you're a
don't-
child.
Yeah, when I
I'm
was
You were
young.
probably
26 years
7.
old. Do you think I want to be called Brookie Poo Poo? No. Mm-mm.
I'm not changing your name.
Yeah, we call her Brookie Poo Poo.
I should have
now.
never told you that story.
Okay, if they are for everyone, like if everyone, like is accessible to them,
The
like
town whore.
they,
Oh, for the
everyone has
streets.
talked to them. If they go
Yeah.
out, like everyone is gonna like go up to them and like they flirt with everyone. That's just nasty.
Right.
Jacob Birdie.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I have a couple people in my head.
You're the first person I thought of.
I'm just friendly. I'm just
You're
I'm
social.
polite to
You're
everybody.
sociable, huh?
I'm very social.
But that's not, you don't want to be for everyone.
He's
Yeah.
a politician.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's like I don't want to walk in the.
Ex-politician.
I don't want to walk in the
Hold
bar
on, let's
with
not
a
throw out the
guy.
ex-politician. now.
Not yet.
He might have
Not
to come
yet.
back, Curly. Like if you walk in the bar with someone, you know for a fact like there's at least 10, 15 other girls that have
Oh,
also been with that same guy that you're with. That's
Oh, he's
Yeah,
a hot commodity.
that's not me. I'm not messing around with all the broads in Hammond.
Okay.
anyway. So another one. Skinny jeans. I just feel like a man should not be wearing skinny jeans. You should not have holes in your jeans. None of that.
Yep. We can have holes.
Nobody wants to see your bird legs. You don't wear skinny jeans.
Fair.
Like,
The skinniness of the jeans has gotten out of control.
It has.
no, I do agree with that. But
Not for me.
you should not be wearing like your jeans should not look like my leggings as a man.
Okay.
Oh, like the men jaggings? That's a thing now.
Yeah, that's but I'm talking about like tight ass jeans. Save that for the ladies.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, I'm not gonna call anybody out, right? Yeah, no, I hear you.
Okay.
It's like for a while there, dudes were wearing like black leggings or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That was weird. It was.
Ooh.
I remember that a few.
You
like,
did that?
No, but a few years ago, it was like I don't know, the winter of 2019. It was like dudes are wearing like exactly what y'all are wearing, like loose sweatshirts and black leggings. Y'all don't remember that?
I mean,
No,
I
scared.
got some like Under Armour pants I wear like when I train and shit.
That's,
So
different.
like, yeah, like
You're not wearing that out in public.
Oh, hell
You're-
no.
Yeah.
no, I ain't doing that in
No,
public.
that's different.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. I think it died off. Though.
Thank gosh.
I don't think this is really like a relationship red flag, but bad hygiene. Like when boys,
yeah.
if you
Oh,
go
yeah.
over to a boy's house and they use the 3-in-1 shampoo,
That Head
Oh
and
my
Shoulders.
gosh.
That don't.
What if
be
you don't
drinking
have
out.
hair?
Well, then you shouldn't have to worry about it. Or like dirty fingernails, disgusting. Your dirty fingernails are going nowhere near me.
Fair.
That's gross.
No, that's all understandable. Bad hygiene in general is
yeah, that's just bad.
Yeah.
Like you ever go into like a girl's birthday party and the birthday girl stank? That's tragic.
That's very
wait, that sounds
direct.
really
Yeah,
specific.
it is. It was bad. It was a bad time for everybody.
It had to be her birthday.
Yeah. You figure it's her birthday, she'd like shower.
Clean up a little bit, you know.
Like she smelled, she came
Yeah.
fresh from the gym.
Nasty.
It was gross.
Is that all y'all's icks?
We have a few more.
Okay.
Oh, keep going.
I
I'm
don't know.
enjoying
We're,
it.
Okay.
we're trying to give the fellas a heads up here. Y'all pay
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah, fix yourselves.
because I don't know why this triggers me so much, but like a man, like a picky eater, like don't be ordering no plain cheeseburger with your dry ass chicken fingers and fries.
Hell yeah. Talk it.
Like,
Say more. Say more,
if you
please.
like someone who is just a picky ass eater, like you just think you have eaten just the certain way your whole life, and you're not even willing. Like it's one thing if you don't like it, that's fine. I'm not saying I eat every food, but if you're not even willing to try something to see
Okay.
if you like it or not, like you literally order just bread and a burger or chicken tenders and fries with like a Coke.
Grow up.
I do not want to date
Yeah.
a 12-year-old.
I hear you.
All right. Speaking of food, I gotta know something.
Uh,
How do y'all feel about cordial cherries? Like the chocolate
they
covered
probably
cherries.
know what that is.
Oh,
I don't really like.
Like-
it's like the
cherries.
Valentine. I don't mind. I don't know.
They're-
I don't
they're
really
always-
care for
they're-
them.
they're
I know
al-
what you're talking about.
They're
Yeah.
always for sale at Walgreens around
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
I'm not gonna say I haven't eaten one or two in my lifetime. They're not my favorite.
They're delicious.
No, they're not.
You haven't had one since you were a child.
And there's a damn reason for that.
This is a beef we've had on the pod for the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
Any more icks? Keep them
Mhm.
coming.
Let's see. I feel like this is an ick just here, but I guess it could be anywhere. But if he goes out and freaking Hammond from Sunday to Monday, I can't do it.
Erdy.
If you are going to the Brown Door and Kate Street and Brady's every single day of the week,
He goes to
what
Baton
are you
Rouge.
doing?
I only keep it to the Friday, Saturday anyway.
Okay.
I don't think that's that bad, but I still feel like every weekend is a bit excessive.
Yeah, no, I
You
feel
never get tired of the bar scene, the party.
I feel like the
scene.
weekend's one thing, but if you're going out every day during the week, like you're
Yeah,
you're
during
not
the
going
week
to
is a
work.
little absurd.
Yeah, that's obsessive.
Been a little worried about some
I
of the
mean,
homies
Like if
lately.
you're
It's
going to
Hammond.
They're out on
free
they're out on
drinks-
Tuesdays. Like, come
Yeah.
on, guys.
If you're
Are we
going
not
to
adults?
Tuesdays and free drinks,
Well, Martini
and
Tuesdays at
college
Brady's. That's a good time.
night, that's no.
Yeah, no, every day of the week is absurd.
Yeah.
Even when we were on living, whenever we were at the castle, it was only 5 nights a week, you know, and then we were all like 22.
Yeah, you gotta take some breaks.
Yeah. But yeah, every day is a little wild.
Okay. And if I see your name under every single Instagram photo,
Bye.
eh.
Oh, you're commenting on everybody's shit.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
just
Ooh,
don't
that's a
like,
bad
like,
one.
like.
I purposely
like,
don't like a lot of girls' photos.
That's
because of
embarrassing
that.
if you
Yeah.
like everyone's pictures.
Yeah.
especially if you're in a relation, like everyone know you're in a relationship, and
Well,
not see your
that's a red
name.
flag for sure. If you're liking other girls' Instagram photos when you're in a steady relationship,
Oh, okay. You do.
You
You
think
think that?
yeah,
Yeah.
That kind of shocked me. No, I agree,
Oh, I agree too.
but I just
agree.
feel like some boys see it differently.
you're giving other girls attention for no reason.
Okay. I need you
Period.
to preach it.
Yeah. Say
Well-
it louder for the people in the back.
I mean, I thought that's obvious.
You'd
Mm,
think.
guys
Why-
do
Do
like,
that.
why
guys
do you gotta
defend
go-
themselves in
It's
that
one thing
situation?
to like it in your mind. It's another thing to go
Yeah,
out
yeah.
your way to like
To
it
go
for
physically
your
like it.
woman and see, hey, you're liking like some thirst traps
For
and
your
shit.
woman and all
Yeah.
of her friends to see you liking some other girl's photo, you're just asking for trouble.
Like if
Yeah.
it's their friend, like I don't
If it's
know.
Oh,
their
if it's
friend.
like
but
their-
like
if it's their
like a
personal
thirst trap,
friend.
it's
Yeah.
that's fine.
Like
but
I'll-
I'll like my homies' girls' pictures just
Right.
out of support. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Not 'cause I'm trying to holler at 'em.
through and I see like my boyfriend like Carly picture, that's fine. I'm not thinking anything
Right.
of it. But if I follow other girls and his name is under 3, 5, 8 other
All
girls'
of 'em.
pictures, what do you like? Why?
That's just
Right.
weird.
It's just unnecessary.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, you can look at it, follow or whatever, I guess, but there ain't no reason you to double click on her bikini pic.
I've been actively unfollowing lots of people lately. It's kind of like it's kind of fun, you know.
That's a cleansing.
oh, you're cool.
Yeah,
I thought I dropped a follower.
Do you still follow us?
I think so. Yeah,
You don't like our pictures.
He said,
huh?
I think so.
yeah. No,
What do you mean? He talked about our birthday pics, Carly.
Yeah, but he
We're a
probably
red
just
flag.
looked and he didn't.
I actually
like
wasn't talking about y'all's. I must not. Did,
Oh, I
did y'all
know who
get
you were
professional
talking about.
photos taken,
it. Totally.
or did y'all take them?
No, we just took them.
Okay, well that's
we are
fine.
That's
professional.
fine.
I'm talking about like highly edited, like photo
Like,
shoot.
A birthday cake and candle and champagne. And
No.
I have so many people I'm thinking
No, like if you get dressed up in some like it's just you going to take photos.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think it's so weird. I might be this on myself. Like if you just start dating someone, you're not engaged, like you just start dating and y'all go get professional photos taken together. I think that's weird.
That's odd.
I mess with. There's a handful of the homies that ended up in some girl's family Christmas photos, and they
But it's just
wasn't.
like,
They
yeah.
wasn't even like barely talking for a while. It's like, oh, dude, I can't
Yeah,
wait to mess with him about this. You know,
Let's just
'cause it
say we've
clearly it's
been
not gonna work
dating
out.
a few months before Christmas. We're not unless we are engaged or married. I am not taking holiday photos. That's weird.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Promise. You will not see me in a photo shoot with a man unless I have a ring on my finger.
Yeah, I feel like me and Brooke are very secretive. Like we're not.
Yeah,
We're not
okay.
the ones to post.
Why are you Googling their ring sizes?
No. Wait. So how many more icks?
I guess that's how it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, where are your honorables?
Oh, my only honorable is if they start drinking straight whiskey or tequila out of the blue.
What?
You
I
know
just, like,
something's up.
What goes through your mind? Like if she starts smoking a cigarette, if she starts dating whiskey, what are you doing for these
No,
girls?
these are
to
just-
do
That's what
this?
I'm saying.
These are just obvious red flags.
I agree though because
Like, what are you doing to make them do that?
Yeah.
no, in a bad time in my life, I drank straight tequila. I was a red flag from the bottle.
Carly, don't say
there
that
you go.
out loud.
She said was.
It's true.
She said
that was the past.
past tense.
I
Yeah,
don't. I
past
barely
tense.
even drink tequila unless
I
a
respect
margarita.
her. I respect her calling herself out.
Even a tequila shot, I can't. It
You
just
drink tequila.
repulses me because of me in college.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I guess also not even if you're dating somebody and they start drink but like I've been at the bar and meet some girl and then we go to take shots. She's like, "Oh, let's just do straight jacks." Like, whoa,
If she's drinking straight Jack,
That's
Run away.
That's a red
Run.
flag.
Run away.
I'm not
Yeah.
even drinking
She's
just
got
shots
some
of Jack. You know?
Unresolved issues.
So red flag. You know,
That's a proper red flag.
that was my honorable.
All right, so my number one, you just got that feeling in your gut.
Okay,
Yeah, just go with your gut on that.
Yeah.
If you know something's off with them,
it usually is.
Yeah,
it usually
my
is.
gut has never treated me wrong.
And
neither.
so to be fair, this is kind of like a negative take on the situation. More likely than not, even if your gut feeling it or not, something probably is going wrong that you don't know about. And then once
It
you
is.
start noticing it, then it's already been happening.
No,
Yeah.
every time my gut has told me, I went through the phone and I was correct.
Well, going through phones,
going through phones.
I guess not.
But is it a red flag if
I
she
guess
found
warranted.
something?
I guess
Yeah,
that's. I guess it's
not-
warranted.
If I knew something was up and I went through it and I found it, I ain't wrong.
Right.
Think of how many times you went through a phone and you didn't
All
find
right,
anything.
question. But if you would have went through the
Never.
phone and found nothing, would you have told him you went through his phone?
No.
No,
Well,
you
that's
wait
red
till they're
flag.
asleep.
Exactly.
Or
No,
in
I'm
the
talking about-
But we
shower.
always
No.
found something.
But no, I'm
Yeah, the
saying though,
point
say
is- I can. This might be a red flag, but I can't even tell you how many times I have gone through somebody's
Brooke is so
phone.
good at it.
Or I got sticky fingers, an Apple Watch. I've done gone through an Apple Watch.
I
don't know if you should be
if
outing
there
all this
has
right now.
ever been a time that I have not found anything.
Yeah.
Like I just get this like sixth sense, and I'm like, I gotta go through. it.
Maybe you
There's
should make
something.
better decision with guys.
That's the root of the cause.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, that's another thing. But I'm just saying, I have always caught them in
Well, I mean, good.
something.
Props for always catching them.
yeah, like if I'm attracted to him, that's a red flag.
I was gonna say our exes. Red flags.
Gut
We're
feeling though.
still learning.
Gut feeling is that's square one. I mean, you always kind of get a feel. If you're with somebody all the time, you can feel if something's up.
But you
I can
only-
tell. I can tell
Yeah.
through.
but
I
you
can
can
tell.
only gaslight yourself for so long.
I can
saying
tell through
there's-
text. If I'm texting a girl consistently for a while, I can tell immediately, like the day that like something's up, just
Yeah.
out of the tone in the text or like the frequency or what. It's pretty easy to tell when something's going on.
Mhm. Yeah.
But anyway, so what y'all's number one?
You want to say it?
I don't remember what it was. Oh, we have number one is just lying. So like
Just
I feel like
can't
everything
stand
we
it.
kind
Being
of
a fitter.
talked about just kind of goes into it, like the line of changing the names or just, but even like stupid lies. Like I used to get so angry. Like you lied about taking out the trash. You lied about calling someone. Like if you can lie about those little things, like what else are you lying about?
My
That's how I
ex
feel.
brother-in-law is the main culprit of that. I will call him out straight up on that.
The mayor guy, the John Mayer guy.
No, that's my stepbrother.
Okay.
I'm talking about my ex brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Like this dude would just lie for the sake of lying.
I don't get that. I know a handful.
It's like an impulse.
I know a handful of the homies that like whenever everything's going good, whether it be just amongst the homies or them with the girl, they have to ruin it. Like they have to sabotage it,
I just don't get
and
it.
they just start
like,
lying about stuff. It's like
or
what the hell?
even when you catch someone in a lie, this like just boils my blood. Like I will catch you in a lie and you're like, well, I knew if I told you the truth, you'd be mad. I'm more mad now that I found out and you literally lied. Like,
Shit, he's just prolonging the fight. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to fight now. Let's
well,
fight
I didn't
about
want to tell
this.
you because I knew
That's
it was going to
future
make you
me's
mad or I
problem.
knew it was going to upset you. Then why'd you do it? Why'd you lie?
Well, why they do whatever it was in the first place?
Exactly. I don't know because it was all liars. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, well, I mean, lying, that's an obvious red flag. No, I mean,
No.
especially anything to do with a relationship in any way, whether it's friends or like significant
But
other.
just lying, like lying about your mom coming in town.
That seems very direct.
That is very direct, especially
does that?
especially
Who
Carly's
does
reaction to
that?
that.
Well, that
No, who does that?
then they were
I can tell you who.
then they were just giving themselves an out if they needed it. Like, oh, I was just going to see my mom.
Right, but like just say like
It's a
Just-
setup
But like
In
just
case
say
they- in
it.
case
Don't
they-
be a
honest,
liar.
say,
in
look,
case
I'm-
they need it.
but just don't be a liar.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
say,
I'm,
like,
I'm playing devil's advocate here.
yeah, like if I don't feel like hanging
That's
out
my
with
favorite
someone,
thing you do is when you start playing devil's advocate.
I'll take their lying side. You know?
no, like if I don't feel like hanging out with someone, I'm gonna be like, I'm tired. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, we had to celebrate my dad's
Well, I'm tired is also a lie.
anniversary. or
So-
something.
Well, she might really be tired, but I mean, I'm
Nah.
not gonna create a elaborate lie.
No, let's go to the root of that problem as well. Like all ladies in general, y'all don't have to lie. Just cut it off. Just say like, I'm just not interested.
Well, some people do say that and they keep coming back and they don't get it. But
If you're direct about it, it's
But also, I feel like you don't just because you don't want to hang out with someone right now, that doesn't mean you're not interested.
okay.
I just might not be in the right mindset to hang out with
I hear you.
Like I just don't feel like hanging out with anybody.
Fair. Kind of like building gingerbread houses. I got y'all.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Anyway, so that was y'all's number one line.
Yes.
All right, so my number one, it's pretty subtle. Most people, I mean, maybe it's just me reading too deep into something. But to me, it's an obvious waving of a red flag. If if there's like a couple and either one changes their profile picture to them by themselves.
How-
I don't agree.
and you're saying that they changed
that's
it back
your
and
number
forth?
one.
That's your number one.
Yeah, no. All right, so like I say, it's very subtle. At minimum, it mostly the female. If if they just all of a sudden change it
His
to
number one is this. I'm not over
Yeah.
it.
no, and it's not even me like talking to a girl, her changing hers, but like from the outside, like because I mean, obviously, like
I'm like really confused here.
Me too. Like, are you talking about like if I was with someone and all of a sudden I changed my picture to myself?
Yeah.
But I'm single
No.
now?
no. If you are still together,
Like I think he's saying y'all had like a profile picture together, and then all of a sudden you change it to yourself.
if like the last three is y'all
You might
together
like that
doing
picture of yourself better.
I know.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's a bad.
No,
That's
no.
a bad.
but
pick.
Yeah.
it's still a reach for attention.
No,
for
it's
your-
not.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
No,
not.
I disagree.
I mean, it depends on the picture. If I'm half naked or something, I mean,
It-
but
Every time I've seen it, it resulted not long after that in some sort of situation happened.
sounds personal to me.
No, it's
personal vendetta.
just witnessing it because
So personal.
no, I mean
You
like
said it wasn't personal.
watching it happen amongst
That was an awful top one. I'm so disappointed in you.
well because
That
y'all
was bad.
y'all aren't attentive enough.
no,
we don't
honestly,
care
I know
enough.
people break up.
I'm not even gonna lie. I expected a lot more out of your list, from the smoking of the cigarettes to the drinking of the whiskey to the single
Like that could have
profile
been your
picture.
number one.
Like,
Because y'all
I'm
aren't y'all
concerned
just
for
aren't
you.
paying enough attention.
maybe you're paying
Too
I'm
much
Too
attention.
much.
because I know these 18-year-olds are not smoking and drinking whiskey.
I'm not talking about
They
that.
probably are smoking, drinking his whiskey because they can't afford it, so they use our.
No, first off, we're not going 18, 19, okay?
Okay.
You gotta be.
We cut that out at 30.
Well, out of everything on this pod tonight, I hope they just understood that you're a walking red flag.
No,
Yeah.
no. See, y'all are just trying to paint me in a bad light. I'm not gonna allow it. But no, like I said, it's very subtle. But
Let their parents be the
if
judge.
you pay attention, like, so if the girl has a kid, wait, what?
I said, let their parents be the judge.
Yeah, let their parents be the judge. All parents love me. If you pay attention, anytime it's from like if they're in a long-term relationship, and then all of a sudden you see a couple, all of a sudden they start posting solo pictures and they're still together, they're not going to be together much longer.
No, I disagree.
I've just seen it happen too many times.
Okay.
So that's why it stood out as a red
But
flag.
that's the number one red flag for you?
It's the most I've seen from a bystander. The most I've seen a direct correlation between that and a situation
One
breaking
was a
down.
waste of number one, but continue.
I preface it by
you've
saying
had
it's very
worse
subtle.
number ones, but
I preface it by saying it's very subtle. And look, just pay attention. I guarantee it's probably a 90% success rate on things falling apart.
Just know Erdy's stalking your profile pictures, everyone.
I'm not.
You just said pay attention. I'm
Well, I mean,
letting
your
everyone
profile
know.
picture is next to everything you post.
Okay.
So if you're scrolling through Instagram,
Why are you
you're
defending
scrolling-
yourself so hard right now?
Well, because you just accused me of something. It's not like I'm seeking it out. It's just on every feed.
Okay.
So that was one
Next.
rundown.
That's-
rundown.
Oh wait, so tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Thursday, y'all getting tag teams.
Tag teams, not necessarily.
Back again.
It doesn't have to be a duo. Any
All
ta-
mine are duos.
any tag team.
Brooke and Carly. That should be
Whatever.
your number one.
I had y'all my honorable.
Honorable.
I didn't know.
No, yeah, I was about to say he's straight up
You don't
lying.
like me and Brooke's duo?
Y'all are fine.
You
What?
don't ever have a bad time
Why
when
are
you're
you
with
lying
us.
in the
Yeah.
video?
All right, we can talk about this after.
He's such a liar.
I run down.
All right, 10, selfish and bad. 9, can't be told no. 8, love bombing. 7, blames everybody but themselves. 6, blames childhood trauma on the way they treat you. 5, tantrums. 4, you're the only source of happiness. 3, hides their spending habits. 2, keeping you from your friends and family. And number 1, you just got that feeling in your gut.
Good stuff.
My rundown.
Mm-hmm.
10, fighting. 9, don't know how to communicate emotions. 8, the love bombing. 7, your friends and family don't like them. 6, Snapchat, just main form of communication, everything that comes with it. 5, laziness, not ambitious. 4, narcissists, period. 3, controlling behavior. 2, anger management. And number 1, lying.
My number 10, if they start talking about money all the time. 9, get professional photos taken. 8, spend too much time on an app that's secondarily has a chat function. 7, starts smoking cigs. 6, if the person you're pursuing is already hooked up with one of your close friends. 5, starts posting too much about their significant other. 4, starts posting too much about themselves. 3, lack of trust. 2, start getting a lot of texts from a friend they're not actually texting. And number 1, if they change their profile picture to just themselves.
Good. Yeah.
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 Word.
That is his
Let-
rundown.
The proof is in the pudding. So oh wait, hold on, let me pull this.
Erdy, do you think you're a red flag? Honestly.
I understand that people think that I am.
Okay.
So you,
It's mostly the boat thing, which is just
Yeah. I mean,
this is what it is, you know. I
It's
want
the
the homies to
season.
have a good time. What am I
it's the
supposed
season.
to? It is the season. What
Do
am I
you-
supposed to do?
do you think Brooke is a red flag?
I'm not gonna directly call y'all out on here.
Okay.
I mean, they called you out. I mean,
Yeah.
you might as well.
Well, I'm a gentleman, you know.
Right.
Anyway,
That you are.
You're not a red flag, Carly. Neither am I.
so yeah, until then, peace out.
Later.
Hey.